Hi, this is Billy Tarasio from Modern Law, and today we're going to talk about custodial interference. What is it? What are the consequences? And what can you do about it? So, custodial interference is the criminal term for when one parent violates a court order or kidnaps a parent from their other parent. Now, in the very most of the time, in family law, when one parent withholds a child, the police don't automatically arrest you for custodial interference, and they don't automatically arrest someone for custodial interference. However, if your child is being withheld from you and you call the police and you want a police report, you want a record, then you need to be specific that you're calling to report custodial interference. The police should make an arrest report. They should go out and investigate the crime. It's not really up to them to not do so. Now, if you do something like you call for a welfare check, or you're not specific, you don't say specifically, I'm calling to report custodial interference, then you may not get somewhere. Most of the time, when people are violating a court order in civil court, the remedy is contempt. They're found in contempt. The criminal ramification is custodial interference. Now, the case that I had that was most egregious custodial interference was just an incredible case where a mom dressed up her baby boy as a little girl and took him across state lines, and she went underground and she went in hiding in San Diego. In the meanwhile, her parents told the police and the news that my client, the father, had probably killed her. Now, we are working on a 6-part series on this incredible case that you can find on the Modern Divorce podcast. It's not quite ready, but in that case, criminal charges for custodial interference were filed. Now, that's a pretty egregious example. She was gone for 5 months. Now, what can you do if this happens? What can you do if somebody takes your child and is violating court orders? Well, the first thing you can do is go ahead and file a police report for custodial interference. What we also did was we went to the family court and we asked the family court to issue a warrant returning the child to my client's custody. That warrant was then given to the different police organizations all over the place, so that if they found the child, they could bring the child back to my client. So this was not an arrest warrant for the mother. This was a warrant to return the child to the physical custody of my client. And it did work. And we did eventually find that baby. And he is still in the care of his father. His mom was only given probation, but she was charged with custodial interference, and the police did follow through on this crime. So if you and custodial interference can backfire. So if you are the parent withholding, you need to know how serious the consequences can be for you. You really cannot withhold your child. If you are withholding and you think you have a really good reason, please contact us, because we can offer guidance on the best way to keep your child safe without subjecting yourself to criminal or civil liability. Because there is both. There is both the criminal liability of being charged with a crime and the civil liability, or the monetary damages that you can be facing for withholding your child. So custodial interference is no joke. It's something to take seriously. And if you have serious issues with your child, keeping your child safe, or not knowing where your child is, contact Modern Law. We can help. We have a lot of experience with this issue. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos.